G'day and welcome to the last chance qualifiers for TI11 group stage. Best of twos between TeamLiquid and T1. TeamLiquid, Insania Zai, Mike, Boxy, and Matu against T1 of Cuckoo, Ana, Whitemon, Zephyr, and Thompson. So the hopes and dreams of many are riding on T1. Ana and Thompson. Ana, Australia represent. OG represent. I think this is the people's team. This is the Copium team. Everyone wants them to do well. We'll have to see how well they perform. In SEA, they were good, but they weren't fantastic. They've had a little bit of time between now and then to practice a little more. Have to see what they're coming up with here. TeamLiquid ban the Undying and Enigma. T1 get rid of the Marcy. So I feel like if you aren't first picking, you just have to ban Marcy. This seems to be what is going to happen in this meta. Marcy is just too good. For what you get given with Marcy, it's just an all-in-one pack. You got mobility, you got movement spells, you got damage, you got sustainability, you got Roshan. You know, it's all too much. Morphling will be the second one taken out from T1. So first pick from the side of TeamLiquid. Will they go for another timing-based draft like they did against Extreme, or will they more look for just to have the biggest, baddest carry on the map when the draft is done? And once again, Liquid are just taking a little bit of time on this first pick. You tend to think that they would know what that first pick is going to be, but just using a little bit of time, not rushing, making sure they get this right. What is it that they really want? T1 have banned out Morphling, Marcy. Now, I don't think first phase bans indicate too much about your draft. I think second phase and third phase bans, or wearing shoes, bans indicate quite a lot about your draft and what you intend to do. But first phase, not so much. So they remove, or they pick the Earthshaker, TeamLiquid. And as an Earthshaker, it's a TI hero. You'll see more and more of it. It's good stun. And the Primal Beast from T1. No mucking around here. They want to get straight in. Primal Beast is very strong in lane. Very good farmer. Very good at damaging everything in their path. And just creating chaos. Now, this is T1. So we see the draft of T1, and we aren't going to know who's playing what until the heroes pick. This could be a POS 1 Primal Beast. I doubt it. But, you know, who knows? We see the Veno. Now, Veno was played by Cuckoo. Cuckoo in the offlane in the SEA qualifiers. Now, it didn't particularly have that much success, but just thinking that that's who has played it previously for T1, and you'd think that maybe the same player would play it again. Unless they want to switch up the role of this Venos, make it in some sort of support. Seeing that you've got a Primal Beast and a Veno, if that's your mid and your offlane already picked, you're showing quite a lot of what you intend to do in your draft. Could even be a mid Veno. Thompson Veno. It's been a while since we've seen a mid Veno, but it did work. You dominate the lane with the Plague Woods, you deny and lasted everything. You do have a really good lane, and then you want to transition by pushing towers. I think it's better if we see Ana on some traditional picks for the side of T1. I think that's where, yeah, you might get a cheese win every now and again with like a POS 1 Marcy or the Pudge or the Undying. Although the POS 1 Marcy I think is actually pretty legit. It's just going to be banned every game. Darkseer, look at this. TeamLiquid, oh my goodness. They got the Earthshaker, they got the Darkseer. The two heroes that I've been calling out for about the last 2 weeks. These are TI heroes. When TI rolls around, these two heroes get picked more and more and more. And we've got a vacuum into an Earthshaker. This... It's dirty. Now, the normal punch, the Aghanim Scepter upgrade for Darkseer, is really good if it's against a carry that will you benefit from. So like against an AM, it's really good. You get a mana breaking AM illusion. It's pretty good. And like most sort of like heavy right click heroes, you know, that illusion will be quite good. If you don't have a heavy right click hero, then the normal punch from the Ag Scepter on the Darkseer doesn't really achieve a whole lot. I mean, it's a lot of damage and control still, but you want that illusion to be doing the work.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think you're a lot safer in the long run if you put Ana on, yeah, like your Spectre, your PL. These heroes that can win a game solo later on at a particular timing. Bat being banned as well as the Oracle. So Save is being banned from T1. Save and single target. I guess you don't want to bat mid to dominate your mid. Like if you have a melee core against a bat mid, that is really, really sad. In fact, that bat ban might indicate that the Primal could be mid.
5 seconds.
Could be a Topson Primal. Topson does play some very unusual mid heroes. And Invoker's banned out. Liquid, either they're covering their options or they don't think it's a mid Primal. They do get rid of the Invoker. The classic Topson Invoker will be taken away. Lone Druid being removed as well in this set of bans. Ana does play Lone Druid pretty mean as well. So his bear is named 22 inch 5 centimeters or something like that. Let's see what the third pick here is from T1. Oh, excellent pick. Disruptor is, I think, is going to be picked more and more. If I'm saying Earthshaker and Darkseer are TI picks, I think Disruptor and Naga are the sleeper support and carry of this meta. I think that as this TI drags on, we're going to see more Naga, more Disruptor. Disruptor is just really, really strong.
5 seconds remaining.
It always runs the inherent risk of getting behind as a Disruptor, and that feels pretty bad. But with the changes to the Glimpse, you're less likely to get behind early because he's stronger in lane. "21 seconds left. Team Liquid, they've used a lot of their reserve time. It's a Jakiro. You've got me. I'm excited for this Team Liquid draft. Shaker, Darkseer, Jakiro. Oh, I can see it. I can see it. This is just... You got to vacuum into an Ice Wall, vacuum into a Fissure, vacuum into a Macro. Oh, this is juicy stuff. Jakiro is very good in lane. Will help secure the lane of the POS 1. So you've got Darkseer, Earthshaker off lane. Darkseer will do his thing. It's pretty hard to stop him sort of farming. Pangolier from Team Spirit. It's Team Fight Plus right now from Team Liquid. This looks to be a mid lane Pango. Probably played by Mickey. And then still looking for Matu's hero last.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
T1, their draft just doesn't look as crisp at the moment. I have to say, Team Liquid's draft is very crisp. It's got a clear plan. It's very easily executable. T1 is like, okay, you got a Veno. Is he going to be pushing towers? Is he going to try and hold areas? You got a Disruptor. Do you have any other AoE that combines with that? Not really at the moment. I mean, you can chuck it on top of someone that Primal Beast is pulverizing to make sure they don't get any spells off afterwards, but it's still a bit niche. There is the Gyrocopter. I'm going to go ahead and say that I think this is a... Is that really their 3 cores? I think it's a Primal Beast 4. So I think Primal Beast 4, 3 Veno, 5 Disruptor, and I think Gyro is mid. I think this is a Topson Gyro. And Ana's hero is still to come. Could be wrong, but I think Topson likes to play the mid Gyro. And against a Pangolier, who's likely to be mid, a melee hero, you get good value out of your Rocket Barrage. Team Liquid aren't of that opinion, though. They're still banning mid heroes, so Puck's being taken out of the equation. I mean, Puck would be really good for T1. That would combine well with the Disruptor and the Gyrocopter. Yeah, Puck and Ember. Yeah, really good bans from Team Liquid there. Really heads up bans. Could be 5 Gyro. I think I've seen 5 Gyro be run. Competitively, that is. I mean, I've seen 5 Gyro be run. I'm just talking about competitively. Shard is very strong. I mean, this is the T1 draft. You don't quite know what you're getting until you see the names of the players against the heroes. Team Liquid's draft looks fairly self-explanatory. Lifestealer and Void. Gee, if Void had been picked on top of this draft, my goodness. Oh, that's... Yeah, that was... Void was still in the pool. That would have been disastrous for T1. I don't think they could have ever taken a fight. So Void being removed.
10 seconds.
There's still plenty of options. I mean, the old classic vacuum into Sven stun.
5 seconds remaining.
It's an old classic. Sven isn't particularly popular right now, but still farms, still hits hard. They have 5 seconds left to make a decision. Terrorblade. Okay. Gyro or Gyro? Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter? I think I tend to say Gyro. Gyro... No, I think you say Gyro. Gyro.
5 seconds.
Last pick. What are we going to see here from T1? This draft is up in the air at this point. Could be a 5 Gyrocopter. It could be a 1 Gyrocopter. Could be a mid beast. Could be a 4 beast. Could be a 3 Veno. Could be a 4 Veno. Who knows? Cuckoo, the man, the myth, the legend is sorting it out right now. Ana, you can imagine in front of the drafting screen, is not probably saying a whole lot. Probably looking mildly annoyed to be there, among other things. Annoyed that he hasn't won a 3rd TI already, just for, you know, being Ana. Who knows? Maybe this will be a 3rd TI. Legion Commander?
Select your heroes.
Okay. So it's a Thompson mid Primal Beast. Zephyr and White Mod on supports. It is a safe lane Ana Gyrocopter and it's a Cuckoo Legion. Okay. Liquid's draft is as expected with their picks. Terrorblade last. And Matu will pick that up. There's a support Veno, and we got a mid Primal Beast. So all along we sort of wondered whether it might have been a mid Primal Beast. But there's so many different ways you can play this Primal Beast, it's hard to tell. I think against a Pango, they might have made the decision, T1, that yeah, that a Thompson Primal Beast against Pango is pretty good mid lane. He's not going to get sort of bullied in that lane for being a melee hero. And I'm really happy that they didn't put Veno as the core. I can understand that T1 appreciate this Veno hero. They really like Veno. There's not a lot of teams that are on the Veno bandwagon. And I think it's perfectly fine if you have enough lockdown from your cores. And Primal Beast, Legion Commander gives you that lockdown. So, I think picking Veno as a support is better for T1 than picking it as a core. Because Cuckoo with the Veno just didn't seem to be able to get a lot done in those qualifier games in SEA. With the Legion Commander, this seems like that actually ties together the draft quite nicely. Got some nice strong lockdown. Take a key part of their team fight out. The issue is there's so many parts of this team fight for Liquid. You miss the vacuum, there's an echo. You know, you miss either of those, there's an ice path. You know, there's this so much AoE control.
Prepare for battle.
Oh, quick, good pause. Good second. Good pause. Windows? Yeah, nice. Shut the windows up. I mean... I don't know. I don't know who's going to get these. This is hard. I think with all the team fight, Team Liquid will probably get more Roshans.
Well, look at that.
Gee.
I call down the thunder.
Whoa. We got a 4-man disconnect from Liquid. And that looks more than Windows. What, the window... Did shutting the window disconnect your internet? I think, Liquid, they might have pulled the plug on their modem when they got up to shut the window. Insania's got up from his chair to shut the window, and his foot's caught on the modem. That would make sense if Zai wasn't still connected. But, you know, Zai's probably got his own little Wi-Fi connection himself. Personal Wi-Fi connection for Zai. Making sure he doesn't get any lag playing with everyone else. Making sure that he's got the crispest and the best connections. Let's have a look at some of these cosmetics while we're waiting, shall we? Let's have a look. Oh, that's a tree. So we got Zai with the golden gloves. Where's Jakiro? Jakiro got the twin heads and the wings, so we'll see some nice custom effects there. What else do we have? Pangolier. Oh, Pangolier. That's a range rack, it's not Pangolier. Got the rose. A rose by any other name would be just as sweet. Got the full set in Jakiro. Yeah, that's I know it's the full set because I've got the full set. This is my Jakiro. This is what I've got. The full go. But we're back out. Here we go. Righto, so we're back in. Looks like connection problems have been solved. The windows have been shut. The cold air has been stifled. And T1 are moving out under the cover of smoke. They have a ward on Thompson. Where are they going to place it down? One will be just in front of the Roche pit. So that's not the one Thompson is holding. So Ana not leveling a skill just yet. Boxy will get one behind on the top high ground. Heading into top lane for T1. And otherwise we have wards covering either side of the river. So early vision down for both sides. Doesn't look like any of the wards were explicitly scouted, so they might actually survive a while, if not the whole duration. I mean, this one is unlikely to be dewarded, I would say. This is a crafty little level 1 ward. Unlikely to be taken out, but it won't provide you a lot of information either. It's really for when those supports rotate in for the runes. Maybe 4 minutes or 6 minutes. Gives you a little bit extra vision in that area. Okay, just posturing a little bit, but won't be hanging around too much. Whitemon sends Zai back. Zai says, hey, thank you for using the mana. Give you a little high five. So in the mid lane, we'll have Mike on the mid Pangolier, and he'll be laning against Thompson on the Primal Beast. Bottom lane for Liquid, Insania supporting on the Jakiro, Matu on the Terrorblade, and they're going against Zephyr on the 4 Venno, and Cuckoo on the 3 Legion Commander. In the top lane for T1, Ana is on the POS 1 Gyrocopter, being supported by Whitemon on the 5 Disruptor, and they're laning against Zai on the 3 Darkseer and Boxy on the 4 Earthshaker. So this game is a game of team fight. Liquid have overwhelming team fight in this game between Jakiro, Earthshaker, Darkseer, Pangolier. They have so much team fight, and it's all to make enough space for this Terrorblade to farm up. And then when he joins, to have enough control that Terrorblade can just stand and hit in the fights. This is the plan of Liquid. It's a nice and clear plan. It's easily executable. But I think they've probably got an advantage in this game. T1, they have abilities to disrupt some of this team fight. You know, with wards cancelling, blink daggers later on in the game, plague wards being down, actually reflection being cast bottom. Zephyr taking quite a lot of damage. Top lane, Boxy. Just chasing out Whitemon. He's got the Iron Shell for another couple of seconds. Will this be the first blood? Yes, it will. I think it. Chasing him. He actually expires. He one more right click. Is he committing? No, he doesn't quite go in. Ana farming up behind the tower. G'day, Davey Gamer. Welcome to the stream. We are casting TI11 Last Chance Qualifiers. Boxy. Fissure out. We'll be scared back. Little homing missile. And be on his way. But you can't really stop Zai farming on this Darkseer. He'll just keep whacking out these Iron Shells and won't really have any issues getting his levels and his gold initially. Mid lane, we got Mike level 2. It's 10 and 5 for Thompson up against Mike's 7 and 1. So Thompson getting a little bit more of an advantage early on with this Primal Beast. Got the bottle. Mike's got his bottle as well. We'll go refill on the Water Rune. But Thompson is looking like he's dominating. 2 in trample. Can just clear the waves whenever he wants to, really, with that ability and scare Mickey back. So we didn't get Master this game, but we got the other hero that is probably a little bit overtuned at the moment as well, which is the Primal Beast. Insania's burnt through all his mana regen to begin with at level 2. Reflection will come out. It's really just to annoy Zephyr, really. The Reflection at this point in the game won't really do a whole lot towards the Legion Commander in the lane, but it will sort of force Zephyr to continue to use regen. Nice little D-Ward there. There is a stack camp here already, so once that pull comes off, it will deny the entire wave. Top lane, Missile coming out over onto Zai. He's just continuing to fight. Boxy with the fresh Iron Shell is on top of Ana. Now, interesting to see the build that Ana goes this game. He's actually got the 1 in Rocket Barrage. Normally, Ana going in Rocket Barrage. Boxy taking damage. So I double Iron Shell there on top of Ana. He's got a Rocket Barrage level 2. He's going to keep fighting. He wants to try and deal the damage. He needs to click. He's got a Missile. And 2 kills to Whitemon in the top lane. So Whitemon is going to be rich. Meta popped bottom. Zephyr is going to be in trouble. Doesn't have a Venomous Gale for another second. He probably will get it out at the last second, but it won't really do much. He will go down. Meta being popped, so Matu will be controlling this lane for the next 30 seconds or so. 30, 40 seconds without much issue at all. He's rich. Whitemon. He's probably sending out some boots. Interesting this skill build Ana is going for here. Normally, the Gyrocopters that are POS 1s like to level up the flak cannons, get the points in stats, and just go all in on farming. Ana, though, not that at all. Ana's going for more the aggressive build with the Rocket Barrage. Wants to be able to go in and help his team early, deal some initial damage, and have a reasonable amount of burst. Okay, Big Block Live, welcome into the stream. Glad to have you here. Bottom lane. Insania does get caught by the Venomous Gale, and now actually holding the level 2 for the time being. Actually, mid lane. Oh my goodness. Just dies under the tower. Thompson gets the kill. Meanwhile, fights are happening all around the map at the moment. Top lane. Whitemon is trying to get a kill on Boxy here. Boxy walks out of the connect. Field stunned from the fissure. Zai's on the wrong side of it, though, with the Iron Shell. Now double Iron Shell. Pulls him back with the vacuum. Ana comes over and says, get off my core. Get off my support. Drags him back. That's the end of the hasted movement for Zai, and he's dead. Glimpse level 1 does the work. So Ana looking to really get involved early. I'm a little bit concerned for this 4 Veno. He needs levels. He's put 2 into Venomous Gale. That's interesting. You generally want to get the Plague Wards leveled up as soon as you can. I know he's holding because the Poison Sting doesn't want to be turned around on himself, I think, at the moment. But interesting to see what he's going for. Thompson's gone back and healed up. And we'll continue to look to just bully Mickey. Still half a level. Still half a level from the level 6 on Mickey. Whitemon, he's been blocked off. We'll try and juke around, but Box is here with the Enchant Totem, and damage will come through. Ana tries to cover his retreat. He might actually get there. Whitemon scampers away, I guess, with those early boots he got from the double kill, and he's just fine. Middle lane, Thompson is diving in again. Zephyr's here, but there's a secondary collapse coming around. Insania's here on Zephyr. Is there a role available? Not just yet. Swashbuckle in 3, Shield Crash in 2. And like we got 3 heroes mid for each team at the moment. Top lane. Looks like Ana will go down underneath the tower. We'll get a trade kill after he's dead, so won't get the XP.
Precious bounty.
So the duel this game is going to be super, super important. It's the largest piece of lockdown that the T1 have. And Matu is going to be very, very safe to get off that Sunder if the duel hasn't caught him. Mid lane, fight's breaking out. Zephyr does get caught. Primal Beast, though, Thompson coming through with the trample. He's just on top of him. Glimpse will send Insania back to bottom lane, and Boxy, he's now left all alone. His friend got glimpsed home, and Boxy is able to walk away with no more spells coming out from Thompson just yet. Just get a little bit of free damage on the tower. Boxy will soak some XP. And what's those initial items? Coming, his phase boots. He's charging in. There's the trample again. Boxy He waited around a little too long. I'm not sure if Topson can get there in time. The glimpse sets Mickey back this time. Oh, Boxy, you've been abandoned twice by your friends. I mean, abandoned's probably not the right word, but been forcibly removed. Arna's now got 1 in flak cannon. So maybe he's just going to put the 1 in missile for now. And wanted the rocket barrage full lane, at least to be able to trade. Bottom lane, Insania has been caught by the Gale. And the level 1 in the poison sting. And dual damage for Cuckoo. Plus 10. And Topson, he's just everywhere with this onslaught. He's charging through. He's looking for kills. Top side again. There is a rotation coming. Martu is here with meta. Level 1. Might try and get a kill. Might even try and take the tower. Whitemon, he's been spotted out. Anna's dropping down. The ultimate on top. But remember, there is a Sunder available. And it will come out. Martu is perfectly fine again. There's the wall of replica. Arno's sort of being caught in. It's been slowed down. Boxy with the follow-up damage. Arno's got nowhere to go. He just has to stand and fight. He will go down. Mickey with the roll following through onto Cuckoo. Cuckoo uses a fairy fire and dies anyway. So 3 for 1 on this top lane for Liquid. They did bring their entire team. Topson's arrived. And he knows he just used his abilities. Mickey, I think, will just go down. Topson has no fear. Pulverize is still available. Stuns after stuns. Coming out. Martu slowed down from the uproar. Pulverize is there. Is there any support coming? Whitemon has the static. Not static form yet, but the kinetic field and the tick damage. Glimpses him back. Zephyr with the slowdown. Will he get denied? There's the deny. They won't get the kill. He does die, but denied from Boxy. T1 don't end up getting the gold or XP from that one. One of the disadvantages of Veno is you do allow the denies to occur. Doesn't happen all the time, but certainly in a situation like that, Boxy was well aware of what was on the line and just stopped T1 from getting any additional gold from that situation. Hana's maxed out the rocket barrage. It's very odd to see on the carry go. Top lane again. I mean, the action is here. We got full action all the time now. Plague Wards are now available in the triangle. We got Martu. He's been grabbed. Pulverized. Fissure interrupts Topson. There was no Sunder available. So Topson knew the timings. He wants to take advantage of it. If that Sunder wasn't there, he probably would have died. Zephyr now starting to control the map with the Plague Wards. There was a dive on the bottom lane to get Cuckoo. That was a roll committed. Not a wall though. Vacuum is on cooldown for 60 seconds. Feels bad. Vacuum having such a long cooldown. Such a good spell. In comes Topson. He's just charging in. He's on to Martu. Sunder is available this time. Is there any save for you? No, there is not. Topson just comes in with the cleanup. Boxy now. He's being caught. There is Zephyr around. Mickey gets the slow. Ultimate Iguan 3-man cooldown from Arna, and he's just in with the flat cannon and the level 4 rocket barrage. He's trying to deal the damage. He gets one. Zai is caught inside the field as well. Rocket barrage going off. Back on the top side as well. To get another kill, Zephyr will get the last hit over onto Mickey. And this game, no resident sleepers here. This is going to be full tilt, it looks like, all the time. T1, they want to fight all the time. Because if they let Liquid get their cooldowns, and if Liquid have all their cooldowns available, all their ultis available, it is not impossible for T1 to take a fight. Like, you cannot fight into Wall of Replica, Macropire, Rolling Thunder, Echo Slam, Fissure, you know, Ice Wall, Vacuum. You can't fight into all that. So the solution to it, just constantly fight. Just go in all the time. They have a duel. I'll try and set up here. The charge is coming through. The stun does catch, but he still continues through. Will they get the duel? No. Cuckoo didn't even get a chance to get the duel off. That means it's still available. No bonus damage for you, Cuckoo. And smoking to the top lane. There is a glyph available. R2 sitting behind the tower. Has Sunder available. Boxy's here with Echo. Ultis are all up. If they walk up a high ground, Zai can just punish them all with this Wall of Replica. And they decide to maybe not go for it. Topson, he's still smoked. Sort of waiting for Liquid to make a play. But they're just quite content to slowly push this tower. Glyph will come out and T1 decides not worth it defending. They do just go back to pushing mid lane, shove in the waves, farm out the jungle, and be a little bit more efficient around the map. Ana's got the Falcon Blade, going to BKB and Maelstrom next. So, late game, let's think about this Gyrocopter. If he is able to get the flak cannon off of the BKB in the middle of the fight, he will kill a lot of the heroes on Liquid. Not going to kill Terrorblade, but maybe that's going to be someone else's responsibility. Maybe that's Topson's or Cuckoo's responsibility to deal with this Terrorblade. Topside, Zai does get pulverized. The catch is there, and there's a Jewel to follow up as well. Plus damage, plus 20. Now on Cuckoo. Feeling pretty good about that. Topson making the rotations, making it possible for his team to continue scaling in this game. Zephyr now level 7, holding a skill point. Could get the Nova and does. They're 1 in Nova now. Yeah, Topson doesn't even care. He just charges straight on in. He's just juking around. Boxy does eventually get the stun off. There's a big reflection on the 3. Echo and Topson will go down. Overstayed his welcome a little bit more that time. He's just charging into an entire team. It turns out you can't survive, at least without a BKB, when you try to take the entire team down. But Tumberman is ticking a little bit low. In fact, do they know that he's quite low? Ooh. He's giving it a little bit of a poke. Sunders his ally. Insania says, "Come, I give you my life."
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Missile will be tracing over onto Mickey. Will force the rotation. Is Ana still going? He thought about the cooldown there for a second. He is going to use it. 3 seconds. He's got another swashbuckle. Okay, he's holding it. There's a big static storm. Catching onto the 1. Darkseid just couldn't follow up with any more spells. And jumps over the edge with the tumblers to a Topson. What a player. Whitemon, does he have another glimpse? Not quite enough. Meanwhile, over in the triangle, Zephyr, he's trying to hold the area. Cuckoo's looking for a hunt. He wants to get the kill. He's slowed down Zephyr. He's keeping him close. Oh, Boxy makes it just to the safety of the tier 2. Cuckoo realizes it's probably not worth it at this point to dive. Doesn't have enough damage to kill him quickly enough. Topson close to BKB. Whitemon, I wonder if he's just going to rush an Aghanim Scepter this game. Just mute the items as well. That's why you pick a Disruptor. You want that Aghanim Scepter upgraded, a Static Storm, and just kill people. They have a BKB, doesn't matter. You get it off before the BKB, they die. Insane. He's going to take a lot of damage here. This is a level 2 Nova. Level 2 Poison Sting. Actually, he's going to take more damage from a big, scary Primal Beast running straight on through. Pulverizing onto Mickey. Stun. Macropie does come out of Topson. There's a Rolling Thunder as well. Pump faking it. He does get used. Kinetic Field on the ground just to slow down any advance. Zai's hanging off to the side. There is a lockdown. Not enough to save over onto Zephyr. Topson comes charging through. He's actually on a Matumberman. He wants to try and get the kill, but it's a little bit risky with Sunder available. Deny. Does come out onto the Earthshaker. Cuckoos gets 30 damage as well. So he's plus 30 now. Slowly scaling up with the damage that he will acquire. Maybe he might get to the point where he can kill a Terrorblade in duel this game. Matu is trying to find some peace and quiet. He is desperately just hiding in the trees in this bottom lane. He's saying, I just want people to stop charging at me for 2 seconds. Let me farm. Unlikely. Whitemon's coming down. He's got the Static Storm. Level 1 in Kinetic Field. If he shows, it might just be a rush bottom to try and kill Matu. They know he's around. They're seeing the new illusions being created. And yeah, Cuckoo's making his way down. No Blink Dagger yet. They see Boxy. Fissure will keep him on one side, but he should be fine just to walk down that little gap. Yeah, he's perfectly fine. Actually, Cuckoo's thinking about going back in. Cuckoo's saying, why am I being scared here? I could just go in. I got Zephyr sitting behind. Got the Poison Nova. Level 3 Plague Ward scouting out. Topson's arrived as well, and they have a suspicion where Matu is, I think. Not enough, though. They see this illusion come out. They'll know exactly where he's hiding, in the trees. But just for a moment, this game has taken a bit of a breath. We are just holding for the time being. Macropie being used middle, just to try and delay the push. This is just all delay tactics. Delay just one more wave. But at the same time, you're letting Ana farm. Yes, Matu's farming, but Ana is getting larger as well, and I'm a little scared about this disruptor for the side of Liquid if he manages to get an Ags. Doesn't look like he's rushing Ags. He is going for the drums, so a little more team-orientated item. And enabling Ana, I guess, to hit a little faster. Diffusal ready on Mickey. So a lot more kill potential for him. Diffusal is dispellable, yeah? I believe it is. Yeah, it is dispellable. So press the attack should save anyone from the slow on that one. Rune spawns top. It's an arcane. And T1 look like they'll secure that. So if we have a look at the graphs, you can see it was just getting further and further in T1's favor because they were just taking constant fights. It looks like there is a kill going on. Zephyr, roll will be used. Cuckoo tries to save him with the press the attack. Will do for a little bit, but not for long enough. Poison Nova was used. Cuckoo's wondering, can he get in for a kill here? Stun. Ice Path will catch him on the tip. And that's just going to send him pretty much all the way back to base. They're half HP. Poison Nova from the support role. He's going to get it off more times than not. And you got to be careful. The damage starts to really add up. As I was saying, since this game has sort of calmed down a little bit, the bleeding is stopped for Liquid. They want this game to be a little slower. They've got big ultis. They want to get farm on Matu. They want it to slow down. The side of T1, they do not want this game to slow down. They want it to keep rushing. They have BKB on Ana. They have Cuckoo, wants to keep using Duel whenever he gets a chance. Thompson wants to charge in 1 into 5 anytime he gets an opportunity. They want to keep fighting. If they keep fighting, they should, in theory, keep gaining a net worth lead. But at the moment, with Terrorblade farming off map with illusions, Liquid will start to close that gap. Onslaught doesn't catch on to anyone. I didn't see here. The bleeding has stopped and it's actually started to almost turn a little bit momentarily. Okay, being pressured. Is there a shard? No shard yet on the missile. Even though this is a core gyrocopter, I do wonder if Ana is considering getting the shard. He's probably thinking about getting it from Roche. The shard on gyrocopter is top tier. The homing missile does a rocket barrage and an area effect around it. They've got a huge team fight here, Liquid. T1 have to be careful. There is so much team fight. In fact, I'm just be surprised if Liquid lets them take this. This is an incredible amount. They don't quite have Blink yet on Boxy. Zai has Wall. They have Rolling Thunder. It is going to commit it. Are they going in? Rolling through over onto the Veno. Doesn't yet have Poison Nova yet available. He needs some assistance to try and stay alive here. Looks like he will for the time being. There's the wall. Into it. Macropie down on top. Cooldown as well. Ghana is going in with the BKB, but the backlines, the duel, it's not quite enough. And two sides are dead for T1, one dead for Liquid. The fight seems to be continuing. Thompson doesn't have any spells for the time being. Off to the side. Homing missile will get killed. Now, is that all the abilities? That's everything but Sunder. Everything was used. So, T1, that's a huge win for them. All the ults are on cooldown for Liquid. They can just go straight back into the pit. As soon as Cuckoo respawns, I don't see anything stopping them. They might wait for BKB, but, I mean, you've got 55 seconds, 35, 15, that's almost back up, 108. They said it's a little timing, I think, if they went straight back in. Maybe it's even too late already. Looks like that's the decision they've made. It's a little too late to go in. They just need to chill, keep farming, and try and make the most of the map. Thompson going for the Sange and Kaya, so a little bit more survivability with the status resistance, but also the damage amp from the Kaya. Thompson, he knows BK's around. Saw, I think, the little edge of the swashbuckle and knows that there's a Pangolier in the area. Still holding on to that Tumbler's toy. Thinks it's very value. I think it really is. Delay tactics. Look at this. Absolute delay tactics here from Insania. He knows the Roche fight could happen, but for him, he just needs to keep these lanes pushed out. He needs to make space for Matu to farm. If he can do that, then he buys Liquid time in this game, and back into the pit they go. Now there's no Echo. There's no Macropire. Wall of Replica is back up along with Roll. Some of those teamfight ultis are available. Cuckoo has a duel, level 1 for the time being. Zephyr this time has a Poison Nova, mech to boot. Looking for those Greaves, has the meta boots. Probably not just yet though. Force Staff is on the agenda. And yeah, even without those two ultis, they know Team Liquid. It's hard for them to fight. They can't just roll on in. Their team fight is based around a whole bunch of large ultis chucked on the ground all at once. Until Matu becomes the demon that he's trying to be, hard for them to take fights without ultis. Cuckoo's picked up the Vladimir's offering. It's an interesting pickup from Cuckoo Vlads. I agree with the Vlads. I don't know about him getting the Wraith pack just yet though. And so he's going for BKB next. I think that's the right call. And a 5-man smoke up. Cuckoo, no blink just yet. Hobson's going to lead the way. Smoke does break. Roll comes out from Mickey. There's the wall. Vacuum onto 2. Thompson pops the BKB. Ana is caught in the middle. Still hasn't popped BKB as well. Cool down on top of Matu. But he's going to stand and fight. He's got his own BKB. Ana, you're in the middle of the fight. BKB used. There's the Aegis used. Thompson's side of the fight. We go Kinetic Storm. Enfield onto 2 with a follow-up duel. Earthshaker is dead. But Ana is the cost for it. Their core dies as he respawns from the Aegis. So that's certainly a trade that Team Liquid would take. They lose their Earthshaker, and in exchange, they remove the Aegis and kill Ana. Maybe Cuckoo wouldn't agree with that assessment. Cuckoo now says, guys, I got plus 58 damage. I'm getting stronger. Getting stronger. Zai has Pipe and Mech, so looking into the Vlads and probably Wraith Pact afterwards. You saw how much they couldn't deal with Matu there once he got the BKB off. And he hasn't even got a Skadi yet. Once he gets a Skadi, there'll be no escaping this Matu Terrorblade. And Ana melted. He just tried to walk in there and get some work done against Matu, and he just died.
Bounty.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Gyro level 15 did take the +2 flak cannon attacks, as would be expected.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still no Ags being queued up for Whitemon. I don't see how they deal with Terrorblade. I don't see how T1 deal with Terrorblade in these fights. Matu is just going to be a little too large and in charge. Without an Aghanim Scepter on Disruptor.
Dire's bottom tower
Probably kill the illusions with the flak cannon, but that'll be about it. BK Blink Dagger, Insania, just still rocking the wand brown boots, infused raindrops. Working on getting a 4-star for himself when he can. Don't tell me is that the Skadi completed?
Dire's bottom
No
tower
way.
is under attack.
Oh, he's changed up. He's gone for the crit stick. Crystal's online
Dire's
for
bottom
Matu. He said, no, I don't need Skadi. They're going to run in at me. I want to just be able to kill him. On the high ground, Zephyr, he's going to be seen. See him there. Stun comes out. 4-star to save. Turns around with the Poison Nova. They've used quite a bit. He will go down. Just the Poison Nova really collected on many of them. If any. Yeah, well, I think the Poison Nova hit anything.
middle tower is
I think it was a
under
complete whiff on the Poison Nova. It's okay. It's 125 seconds. It'll be back up again. It's just a spell. Thompson DD. I don't think he's really going to do a lot with it. Zai switched it up. He was going for the Vlads. I think he switched it up. Not quite sure what he wants in this moment. Not quite sure yet whether he wants the Greaves, whether he wants the Vlads, whether he wants the Wraith Pack. Roll coming out. It's going to hit on Ana. The Blink initiate. There's the Echo as well. And the Macropire. Ice Path to follow. And look at the control they have. The TP's coming out, but it's just not going to be fast enough. Mickey dodges it with the roll up. BKB from Thompson. He's going to grab him and chuck him onto the ground. There's the duel, and they get the damage. Insania will just TP away. So they trade a 1 for a 2 and a whole bunch of TPs. It's not great for T1, but it's better than if They got away scot-free. And they get a duel victory. It's getting more. It's starting to get to the point, you get above 100 on Legion Commander, it starts to feel like you actually deal a lot of damage.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah, obviously the dream is to get like, you know, get a rapier's worth of bonus damage. Doesn't always happen, but anything above 100 really does start to add up quite quickly in terms of the damage. When's he going to remove this Tumbler's Toy, Topson? Really likes the Tumbler's Toy. Old mini force staff that's deactivated like a blink. Is there any other options? There's a Specialist Array, there's a Blast Rig. There's some other items there. Roshan. Possibly available in 2 minutes 34. That first Aegis was used pretty much instantly by Topson after he got... by Arna when he got it. He just ran in and pretty much died straight away. So, no Roche for quite a while. And all the abilities for Liquid are up. So they'd be quite happy taking a fight. T1, they want to get a pick off. See if they can find someone with Cuckoo. Queued up Blink Dagger now as well, as long as the BKB did finish the Wraith Pact. I'm not 100% sure about that. It's hard to get that off. There's a lot of buttons you gotta press as Cuckoo. You know, when do you drop this on the ground? After you blink in? I mean, that just seems... It seems a little bit complicated. You want to make sure you get that jewel off. You can't drop it once you get the jewel. So, I don't know. Maybe he just wants to be useful outside of Jewel a little bit as well. Not just be fully reliant on the Jewel, but actually have the Wraith Pact as well.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under
David E. Gamer, I hope you're enjoying the stream. Thank you for hanging out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And towers are being damaged here at the moment. Zephyr is just trying to push as much as he can in this bottom lane, chucking in the Plague Wards. Level 3, not maxed out yet. Did take the Poison Sting health regen reduction, so that's pretty value. If anyone gets hit by the Poison Sting, that's 20% less health regen. Pretty relevant, really. Particularly against like Darkseer, because he's got all of these healing abilities, you know, lots of auras that are going to give a little bit of HP regen. That will cancel out a bit of that healing. Topson level 18, level 3 in Pulverize is ready, so damage aplenty. He's got the Primal Beast dispels himself when activating Uproar. I think that's a really good ability, because otherwise Uproar just doesn't feel like it's particularly good if you haven't got the stacks. But the fact that it dispels yourself now, it's just a basic dispel. So yeah, that feels good. So after this game went off to a blinding start, we've just cooled down the last 10 minutes. Still a 5k net worth lead to T1, so no one is really getting ahead or behind. You gotta wonder who that favors. Topson now has a Shiva's Guard as well as the Kyre and Sange. He's not gonna care about that dual breath at all. Stun, Fisher comes out, Rolling Thunder being queued up, it is used. BKB from Topson is saved from his Legion Commander. Who does he want to kill? He spots Matu. He spots him and runs away. So he decides that that is not the fight for him. Cuckoo's so close to his Blink Dagger. If he wants to grab it before the BKB, you'll have to see what he decides to do. Whether he wants that BKB first or not. So Matu, after grabbing the crit stick, is going back for the Ice Guardian. So he wants to be able to slow people in the fights, stay on top of them, keep himself damaging, because it doesn't matter how much damage you have if you can't actually utilize it. And Skadi is one of those items that allows you to utilize your damage, and he's got it now. So Topson is going to not like the Skadi. Arna's is going to hate the Skadi. Even the Legion Commander is not going to like the Skadi at all. So it's a very strong timing now for the Terrorblade. In fact, I'd have it to guess that at the moment, TeamLiquid, with all their ultis up and with Terrorblade with a fresh Skadi, is probably the stronger team on the map. 3-man smoke now from T1. What can Zephyr, Whitemon, and Topson find? They have the ult. But if there's a BKB, it's just the Terrorblade at this point who has a BKB. So everyone else probably die to a Pulverized combo. Charging away, Topson. He says, I'm out of there. He's changed the Tumbler's Toy for the Ogre Seal Totem. So he really, really values that little bit of extra mobility, whether it be that Tumbler's Toy or now the Ogre Seal. Ogre Seal is obviously much better than Tumbler's Toy. You can have 5-man smoke, roll, will catch Cuckoo. There's a D on Matumba, man. He's going to hit him pretty hard and fast. Cuckoo's trying to run, but he'll just die. The roll continues from Mickey. They're looking for more. Zephyr has been called off to the side. Stun follow-up from Boxy. There's the Static Storm, but Matu just pops the BKB and Ana. He can't run away. The Sky's on top of him. Skadi plus DD. He's hitting for almost 550 damage. Matu says, I will now claim the Roshan.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, Ana is not... He's not weak. He's got 1,600 net worth. Only 2,000 less than Matu. And... yeah. Even got the Aghanim Scepter. He's at 2,500 HP. He just melted like it was nothing. Thompson trying to get this tower. He will eventually get it. Stun catches on the tip. Mickey's there as well. Fissure, BKB TP. No. BKB, whoops. Oh no, he didn't. There's the TP, tries to get out. And the catch from Insania with the prediction on the stun. Grab. The beast has been slain. Thompson goes down on the far side of the tower, far side of the map. But he does get the tier 2 for that push. So it's somewhat worth moving that tier 2 mid. I think he is saving for this blink day. 171 gold away. TP's coming in. Zai. He has the surge. We'll use the... oh no. If he goes the other way, he would have had him. The TP just comes out in time. Zai with the vacuum would easily cancel that TP if he just went left instead of right. Sometimes that's all it is in a Dota game. Going left instead of right. Or going right instead of left. That can change the complexion of an entire game.
Dire's middle tower.
So we still have Roshan, or the Aegis rather, available on Matu for another 3 minutes and 40 seconds. They might even just go high ground with this. Meta in 30. They might just back reset and then go again. See how they're feeling. Top side, Mickey just a little bit of split push, a little bit of ratting. And Mickey was in alliance at one point, so you know, once a rat, you can never go back. Yule's being worked on for Earthshaker. Of course, once he's got the blink and the shard, Earthshaker just feels like these two items are essential. Like, you wouldn't play Earthshaker without a blink and a shard. They are the two most essential items on this hero. Even the level 4 vacuum is a 30-second cooldown. Feels bad, man. And as this game has dragged on, Liquid are looking more and more favorable. Thompson level 20 has the 25% trample attack modifier, so more damage. Cuckoo. What do you press the attack HP regen? Not bad, actually, considering the base spell is, what, 60? So, yeah, it's
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
not quite doubling it, but almost. Thompson charging, onslaughting back into his own base. He needs some safety. Matu just wanders up. Meta is available. I wonder if Matu's just playing with them a little bit, wanting to see if they'll commit on him with the Aegis. Not wanting to use the meta. He'll probably want to use the meta on his second life, not his first. They found him. Thompson does just Ogre Seal Tome away. The BKB has been used on Matu. He's got an Aegis still.
Dire's courier has been
Is this an opening? No BKB. They're going to send him back. They're going to kill him the first time. They try to anyway. Static Storm is down. I don't think they have enough damage. Ana's trying to do. He's up on the cliff. Actually, he's down. Zephyr's fine. BKB is popped on Ana. And now Thompson in the middle of the fight. Can they try and kill Zai? He's trying to do the damage, but it's not quite enough. Rolling Thunder comes through and now collects Thompson as the BKB expires. And Matu didn't even die once. Glimpse sends him back. Tries to, but the BKB, to make sure he doesn't. Double stun. Cooldown on the top of the high ground. Ana, they're trying to run. Cuckoo, you need to give him some help. The jewel is there. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. The Echo comes through and cleans house. Zephyr does get off an excellent little Poison Nova, but it won't be enough. And Matu He didn't even die the first time. He's still alive.
Dire's structures are fortified.
终于等到
Dire's
你。
middle tower is under
And the team fight draft of Liquid just seemed to be coming together. You know, when you got Vacuum, Wall, Macroplier, Ice Path, you know, Roll, Echo Slam, Fissure. These are huge abilities. It was a really excellent draft from Liquid. T1 were doing well when they were taking the fight to them constantly, but as soon as they let their foot off the accelerator, Liquid was able to stabilize, and now we're at this point in the game where one, most likely 2 racks down. Vacuum back. Actually, just gonna die to the illusions. He just dies to the illusion. Thompson's actually in the middle of the fight. As a Shivas might die for this. There's the follow-up stun from the shard. Zephyr. Oh. Zephyr and Whitemon just dying to illusions. Never want to be a support in a game where you're dying to illusions.
My tremors travel faster.
Cuckoo has the blink now available. No BKB, so did commit on the blink instead of finishing the BKB. I think he could pretty much got either. Started the initiation was what they really needed on the team. Okay, Basher. Oh, the control. The Basher plus the defusal. That's very, very good. Insania went for all survivability early on. Got the 4-staff, Glimmer Cape. Hasn't even got the shard yet, but now queuing up the Aghanim Scepter. He's not mucking around. He wants some pure damage. That's all he wants. Pure damage. Damage and nothing but damage. And you know what? He's pretty damn close. He's only about 1,000 gold. 1,010 gold away from an Aghanim Scepter on Insania. That's got to feel good.
Go for me.
21 on Zai. The AoE Surge at 25 would probably be what they would take, I would think, over the 2 Iron Shell Charges. This round 50 AoE Surges is so good. So good for chasing, so good for retreating. It's like a little mini Stampede that you have in your team. You just have to be there to cast it. It's not global. Apart from that, differences are pretty much the same. A lot of cooldown as well. Tier 2 tower will fall. Matu feeling strong even without the Aegis. So Zephyr, Plague Wars will just keep playing him down. Has the latent toxicity ability, the shard. Middle lane. Is that just to get the Aghanim's gold? So it feels like it, doesn't it? He's close. He's 50 gold away. He needs the Aghanim's gold. So next ulti from Jakiro will be an Aghanim's ulti. In jumps Zephyr with a big poison over. He's done his job. Matu pops the BKB. Roll from Mickey as well. Fissure catching onto Cuckoo, and he'll get destroyed. Tries to save himself. Thompson in the middle of the fight with the Stampede. Anna's on top of it with the BKB with the damage coming out. Matu, no, he's fine. He's just going to sunder and turn around, and I can't help but think it's GG, and it is. GG is called. They just could not even become close to bringing down Matu on this Terrorblade. That's the game done. Game 1 goes to Team Liquid in this best of 2. And hang around, we'll be coming up for game 2 soon.